Bowling Green, Ohio, where each year the biggest and the best come to compete in the National Tractor Pulling Championships, part of the TNT All American Pulling Series. And what a class we have for you this week on Tough Tracks. The super modified two-wheel drives, 47 of them competed here in the National Championships. Army Armstrong, 15 of them made full pulls.
Well, 15 full pulls is kind of unique, but when you got this type of competition, like you say, 47 of them, all the big guns unloaded in Bowling Green. Now, we're looking at Art Hathaway now. He qualified for the pull-off. He will not be able to come back due to a magneto problem. A lot of people that are new to the sport, you've got to remember that what the sport is all about is pulling that sled past the 300-foot mark. Hathaway was one of 15 trucks that did it. They're going to tighten the sled up, add more weight to it. We'll be back with pulling action in just a minute.
First, though, we're going to take a look at some of the trucks that didn't make the pull-off. Mark Hare and Jack Daniels missing the pull-off by just 1 inch. And let me tell you, friends, Mark Hare is very unhappy about the decision. Army Armstrong talks to Mark Hare, the driver of Jack Daniels, about the run.
Sorry we got to do an interview at this time, but this is what it's all about. 299.11 is the word we get on a 300-foot track.
Well, Army, I'm a little disappointed, a lot disappointed there. Jack Daniels' truck capable of getting out with the others, but I really think that the guys are really messing up because they water that track to keep the trucks down from going out.
Okay, water in the track, a lot of moisture. The later we get tonight, the more moisture we have from nature, plus they're putting the water in the track. The water's coming up in the bottom. I understand the moisture part of it. What about the number of trucks in the field? 48 trucks is awesome. And if you draw late like you did, son, it's an uphill battle.
Yeah, Army, but I know how this track is. I've been here for 11 years. You just don't see guys like Jim Brockman, Lyons, make pretty good runs 10, 20, 30 feet short of the end. You know, it's just, I just think that it's kind of wrong.
Army, what the problem is, as Mark sees it, is there's a tractor that comes down and is spraying a fine water mist on the track, but Mark's saying they didn't do it for everybody.
Well, and we've been watching, and they have been doing it consistently. I think what it is now the moisture they're putting into the track that's really used to hold the dust down, as we watch Wayne Rouse make the first run in the pull-off, is actually getting the track a little bit slippery.
You know, a big part of the problem has to be, 47 vehicles. Daggone, you got to try and keep a track consistent. You know how tough that is to do with 12 or 15 here in Bowling Green. You know, they're trying to give it their best shot, but obviously Mark very unhappy with it. For him, a very bad break. He just missed the pull-off. You saw the distance for Wayne Rouse as the pull-off begins in the yellow Model T. 269.78. So that's what they're now going to try and beat. This is LD Nation and Boot Hill Delivery.
Beautiful 34 Ford sedan delivery. We're in Ohio, big street rodding country, and this is a popular truck. This guy's laying down a real good run. Starts the muscle really making a lot of horsepower. Had to go on the other side of a 269, Scott.
269.78. He did it. 281. You see it on your screen. 281.35 is the distance for LD Nation from Pleasanton, Kansas, and Boot Hill Delivery. There is your new leader, and here comes the national point leader, Ray Carpenter and Sundance Kid.
That run by LD is going to be tough to beat. If anybody can get by him, it might be Carpenter. He's put some good wins under his belt this year. He's new to this particular class, but he's definitely a player. Just a moment ago, we noticed some of the drivers spotting the sled. Ken Lamont was talking to Mike Snow. They're trying to still figure the track out in Bowling Green. Have the Sundance Kid figured it out? We're going to find out right now. They're leaving the start line awfully slow. Right about the 50-foot mark. Then they come on the horsepower. Not going to work for the Sundance kids. Scott Douglas.
Ray Carpenter of Bettendorf, Iowa comes up well short. His actual distance, 260.10. Army's going to talk with the national point leader.
Ray, you're the points leader coming in. What is this going to do to your championship hopes?
Well, it's kind of hard to say. I haven't really had a chance to study this. Track's been changed around a little bit tonight, and I don't think it's going to hurt us too bad. You know, there's a few more hooks left, and hopefully we can get it back together. Made a few boo-boos there. Didn't especially care about, but you know, the old saying in bowling, you know, anything can happen, and generally does.
Here comes one of the best known, one of the best in the sport, one of the class guys in any form of sports today, Ken Lamont in the Plano Toolbox's Midnight Express.
Well, Ken Lamont can really help his national championship point chase right here. The reason being, the fellow in front of him, Carpenter, not going to be in the pull-off. Lamont can really pull in some points on him if he can read the track. That's the story tonight. It's kind of greasy for about the first 50 feet. He rolls the Plano Toolbox Midnight Express out, has some good ground speed going, Scott. He's looking awfully tough right now in Bowling Green.
But it looks like, yes indeed, he's going to fall a little short of 281. The official distance is 275.42. A strong run right now, good enough for second, but not good enough to take the lead here at Bowling Green. So still on top is LD Nation and Boot Hill Delivery from Pleasanton, Kansas. Well, we mentioned Boot Hill Delivery and LD Nation because here comes his son, Brent Nation and Sundowner.
You know, Scott, it's kind of interesting. We don't have an opportunity to see LD and his son that much on the Redman circuit with us. They're really strong pullers. We're glad to have them with us at Bowling Green. That's one thing about Bowling Green. Everybody that's anybody in this sport comes for this event. The kid's going after Dad. Let's see what's going to happen. Father in the lead with an Aries Power 34 Ford sedan delivery. The kid going after him in a 23 Ford. Oh, we've got a look at this, a great run going.
Son's going to take the lead from Dad. Brent Nation at 284.11, your new leader.
Brent, you bounced in the #1 spot in a super tough field of two-wheel drive. Your dad said #2. What's the secret?
I don't know. I think we just had everything right that time, and the motor run good, and we got a good shot out of the hole, and it just worked.
Is that going to be good enough to win this thing?
I don't know. I think it'll be a pretty tough run to beat.
We're going to find out right now because there's a guy who can knock him off. You'd think this is the man. Defending national champion Mike Stowe and the Bad Dog Ford from Warrenton, Georgia.
We talked a moment ago when Ken Lamont came out about how this event is important in a point chase. Well, Stowe's right in the middle of that point chase, chasing a red man, big money at the end of the year. He's got the new sponsor, the M30 hand cleaner people. Would love to put a win under his belt for the Ford camp. The pressure is on Stowe out of Warrenton, Georgia right now, Scott. A good leave on the starting line. Up on the RPM, ground speed, starts to bounce on him. That's going to hurt.
He's not going to get there. Mike Stowe looks like he's going to fall well short. The official distance will be 266.06. That means the father-son combination, the nation's finished 1-2.
Okay, we're going to start this off by saying, LD, you got to be awful proud of your kid tonight.
Well, it couldn't be better. I'd like to win, but my son wins and I get second. That's just the way I want it to be.
Especially in a field like this, it was tough out there, wasn't it?
Yeah, when you go out there with 47 trucks, it's the best in the United States. It makes you feel so good. It's just, there's no words for it.
We're going to bounce over and talk to the kid right now. Young man, this has got to be the biggest win in your young career.
Yeah, so far it is. It's been the biggest class I've ever won, 47 trucks.
Oh, what a night for the Nation family. First and second in the National Tractor Pulling Championship here in Bowling Green, Ohio. And rounding out the top three, it's the Midnight Express with a pull of 275.42.